my goodness, y'all. It's gorgeous. Hey y'all, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to our small town life. We're out here in the garden this morning trying to beat the rain. I don't know if you can tell, but it's cloudy, overcast, and there's supposed to be some rain coming. But we're gonna pick some of these turnip greens back here behind me because I want some with our dinner tonight. We've already got some pinto beans going and I wanted some turnip greens to go with them. So we're gonna pick some. Some of these aren't quite ready yet, but we'll be able to get enough. And we're gonna bring you along. I wanted to try to catch them before the stems were too big. That way we don't have to strip them off the stem as much. Let me bring you in and show them to you. We've not put any kind of, well, we used an organic fertilizer early on, and we've not put any kind of pest control or anything on here. And some kind of bug over the last few days has found the turnip greens and started to enjoy them. So I may put some neem oil spray on these. That's what I usually do when we start to have a problem like that. We may mix some of that up and put it on it after it rains. As you can see, these down here on this end have done better. The further down the rows we get, the slower they're growing. That's just our soil here, and we'll just have to work with that and learn from it. It's the first time we've ever grown anything right here. Some of these we'll still have to strip the stalk. I don't know, that's not too thick, but if we get them like this here, I don't think that's going to be a problem. And we're just going to, Audrey's out here helping me. Audrey, we're just going to come down kind of below the leaves and we're going to cut them. So right below the leaves, yeah. We're going to cut the bigger ones, leave the smaller ones. Yeah. And like I was saying, if we can catch them like this, we won't even really have to strip them off the stem. If it's much bigger than that, though, we will. When I say taking the stem out or stripping them off the stem, it's literally just taking that big stem part out so that it's not so tough. Mentioned, we're leaving some of these to keep growing, but if you wanted to, if all of yours were ready and you wanted to just harvest all your greens, you can just go back by the handful, pull them, cut, and obviously that would go a lot quicker, but we're trying to leave some to let them keep growing. That's why we're doing it this way. picked plenty for dinner tonight and still have lots out here growing, because what we will do is eventually we'll come through and pick all of these and freeze them. They freeze really well. We just start to cook them a little bit and then put them in freezer bags and freeze them, and they do fantastic in the freezer. But we've got plenty for tonight, and I think we're going to go over here and get some of our rhubarb chard to mix in with them too. Let's go do that. This rhubarb chard is just, I mean, look at that color. It is gorgeous, and we're going to get a few of these bigger leaves to add in with our turnip greens. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's gorgeous. It is so pretty. Yep, real low. There you go. Right there? Yeah. Go ahead and do this one over here too. Which one? This bigger one. Here. I'm gonna give the chickens a treat. Some of this chard that got a little damaged by the frost. They'll enjoy that.
Think about it. Looking at it. Oh, she got it.
It's a little bit later and it's time to get started on our greens. First, I'm going to wash them. I have them in the sink in some cold water, and I'm just going to rinse them around. I'll drain that water out, put fresh water in, and do that a couple times until I feel like they're good and clean. And then I'm going to start working on taking some of the larger pieces of stem out. Most of these did not have like real big pieces of stem. We got them when they were a little bit smaller, but any bigger pieces, I went ahead and pulled those off. Now, some people will put their greens on a cutting board or something and chop them up. I suppose you could leave them whole if you wanted to. I just kind of pull mine and tear mine into smaller pieces as I'm taking the stem off. That's just how I do it. You do it how you want to. This takes just a little while, but y'all, this is one of those things where just enjoy it. Just enjoy being in the moment. Just enjoy fixing a good meal, cooking a good meal for your family, something that is delicious and also good for you. And just take the time to think. Just stand there at the sink and think. All right, now we're gonna get started cooking them. I know this looks like a big old pot of greens, and it is, but they're gonna cook way down. This will be the perfect amount for our family. I'm starting with 2 cups of water, and then you'll see here at the end I decided to add in 1 more cup, but started with 2 cups of water. Now I'm putting in half of an onion. This adds a lot of flavor, so I definitely recommend adding in onion to your greens. Half of a chopped onion. Then I'm going to put in some red pepper flakes. I did about half of a teaspoon, but you can adjust that according to what you and your family would enjoy. And I used about the same amount of salt. I did taste these as they were cooking and ended up adding a little extra salt to them while they were cooking. Now about a tablespoon of bacon grease. Y'all, if you're not saving your bacon grease, you should be. I'm understanding more and more every day why our grandparents and great-grandparents did things like saving their bacon grease, reusing aluminum foil. Save your bacon grease. If you don't have any, you could add vegetable shortening, but save your bacon grease. I get a lot of questions about where my bacon grease container came from. My mother actually bought that for me. It was a gift from her. It came from Amazon, and I have it linked in my Amazon storefront. I think it's under my favorites, and you can find my Amazon storefront link down in the description box. Just giving that a good stir. That's where I was checking the water level and decided to go ahead and add in that extra cup of water. Then we're going to put a lid on it, bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and just let it go for a couple of hours. I think I cooked these for about 2 hours, just on really low heat. You can see it really cooks down. This ended up being the perfect amount for our family. And y'all, the perfect comfort meal. Southern cooking at its finest. Pinto beans with some of our home canned chow chow, some mayonnaise, greens with some pepper sauce on them, and some good old cornbread. All right, y'all, we love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.